Hi, and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. Now, many years ago, Jesus said these words. He said, "You cannot serve both God and money." It was a bit of an odd thing to say. After all, if you subscribe to the medieval idea of what God looks like, you know, the old guy, long white beard, sits on a throne, a bit like Santa, but without all the red and the reindeers. And, you know, you could imagine him giving a command to obey. But money? It's just a concept. It's a way of distributing wealth according to how each person is perceived to deserve it. I guess serving money would be another way of saying that maybe if money becomes the most important thing in life and all we do is try and find more and more ways of getting it and getting more of it, then maybe that might be the problem. I'm simplifying a lot here. A simplified way of thinking about money. It doesn't begin to address any of the injustices that we see in the world around us when it comes to money. I mean, how do you decide who is deserving money and who isn't? But in fact, all those difficulties really just go to say that there is probably something about this in the world that is broken. And that brokenness fits with the story that Jesus told to illustrate something to do with this. See, he talked about the owner of a business. The owner employed a manager, and he found out that the manager was wasting his money. So he told the manager, "I'm going to fire you." The manager was a little bit upset by this, so he formulated a plan. What he did was go to all the people who owed things to the owner of the business and told them to cancel part of the debt, to actually halve the amounts owed. The plan was simple. By doing these people a favour, he would have friends when he'd been sacked, and maybe they'd help him get started again. Now, when the master, the owner of the business, found out about this, he actually went and congratulated the manager on looking out for himself and getting himself set up. So was Jesus saying that we should be dishonest and we should cheat? No, I don't think that's what it's about at all. Because as Jesus went on talking about this story, he talked about how we live according to the world that we find ourselves in. And in this world, things are broken. Justice and fairness are not everywhere. In fact, sometimes we have to look really hard to find them. But it's still a world we have to live in. What's important is what we do inside this world. And do we do our best to bring honesty and justice within the rules that this world runs? As Christians, we have confidence that our future is a never-ending life with Jesus in heaven. That's something that's available to everyone. Now, do get in touch with me if you want to know more about that. But this happens because Jesus operated within the rules of this world, but brought something of heaven's rules with him as well. The world decided that Jesus had to die. God's rules said that if Jesus died, then that would make it possible for everything that you or I have ever done wrong to be taken away, and we could be forgiven of that. And from that forgiveness comes the invitation to live forever with Jesus. So while we're here on this earth, what can we do to help make it a better place? We have to work within the rules of this world that is broken, but how can we bring a better set of rules that help people and maybe improve things for other people? This week, why not try and do something unexpected for someone else? Maybe a neighbour, a friend, or someone you don't even know. Do something that makes their life just a little better, just because you can. I hope you have a great week. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.